Hi, this is Attorney Mike Gravel coming to you from Chicago, as usual, all gussied up because I actually had court today, and I got a couple fun little clips of Karens. They're both involving court. One is actually in court, one is just flirting with the idea of it. Let's do it.
Case Nicoletti versus Stevens, case number 0672178
May it please the court, Your Honor. Paul Nicoletti appearing on behalf of himself.
Good afternoon, Judge. Karen Stevens in pro per for my motion for sanctions against Mr. Nicoletti for this vexatious and frivolous PPO.
All right. Well, first of all, those captions are not mine. They're from the source video. I put a link to that in the description below. I just took a little segment out of a larger video. You can see the problem already. And not only is she Karen, but it's a pro se versus an attorney. It doesn't go well.
Sorry, on this what?
I have a motion for sanctions against.
I know that. And the purpose of the sanctions are based on what?
It was a frivolous and vexatious PPO based on nonsense. I am not stalking Mr. Nicoletti.
I haven't signed a PPO.
So she's files this motion regarding a PPO, but the PPO hasn't even been served on her. PPO is going to be a personal protection order, I think that's what they're referring to. And it's funny that this concept. If she went to an attorney, here's step one. If she went to an attorney, the attorney would say this issue is not ripe. You haven't been served with any documents. It's not before the court. Why are you filing a motion for sanctions regarding a document that is not before the court in any way, shape, or form? That's okay. The judge tells her the same.
This petition for a PPO. Let me.
Were you served?
No, I wasn't. But
No, you may not. How can you ask to sanction someone when you haven't even been served?
That's the point.
Stevens, do not interrupt me when I'm speaking, ma'am.
I really like this judge. She's fantastic. I never even get her name. It's a short clip, but she's not having this at all.
I have a constitutional right to be heard.
On what basis? There is no case before me, ma'am, other than the fact that you filed this frivolous motion, taking up this court's time for no good reason other than your own personal vendetta against this man for whatever reason you may have, and I really don't care because it does not involve me or my court. However,
nothing says there's a need for a personal protection order more than her filing a motion regarding personal protection order before it's been served.
had I issued a PPO, you would have a basis to be before me. I did not issue a PPO. He did not pursue his right to a hearing on the PPO. You were never served, and here you are taking up my time so that you want me to chastise him and make him pay money? No, ma'am. Your relief is denied, and in addition to that, I am sanctioning you with costs of $500 forthwith to the county clerk's office.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I knew it was fixed.
I beg your pardon?
I knew it was fixed.
Well, that went well, didn't it? So that came across my feed, and I kind of had fun with it, but it did for I don't know what reason. It made me want to check in with one of our favorite Karens. Oh yes, Susan Bassey.
Hi there.
If you're going to come in, it's okay to hit the button, but if you're not going to come in, letting the cold air in, and the building costs a lot to heat.
This is Susan Bassey.
Oh,
and
yeah.
this is a public courthouse that costs taxpayers in California $283 million to build. And the officer speaking to me is a member of the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Department who is contracted to guard this courthouse, which is currently closed due to public health and safety issues related to the pandemic.
And the clerk's office is closed, and that is also newsworthy. And now you're going to regulate how I open or close a door?
Okay, especially when you're filming.
Yeah, the clerk's office is closed. It's clearly marked right there. You've got your story. You've got your big scoop. Carry on. Okay, Annie is asking very nicely for you to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification. And if you ignore Annie, you do realize that is considered capital felony treason.
Inside the building.
And apparently, more than being concerned about the heating costs, this officer is concerned about my recording through glass of that $283 million courthouse.
I see no evidence that he's concerned about you recording through the glass. He just didn't want you to keep hitting the door so that you're letting all the heat out, and it costs more money, and you're annoying people. That's it. You're not you're not helping anything here.
Outside.
At 1:30,
Yeah,
and it's 3:25.
that's newsworthy.
Been like this for a while.
Actually, last week I got a press release saying that the clerk's office was closed.
Yeah, welcome to my world, and every attorney in the country. Through these times, these sorts of things are happening constantly. I'm literally having my assistant or myself call ahead almost on a weekly basis, saying, "Are we live? Are we going Zoom? What are we doing?" These things change on a daily basis. It's a strange world we live in. It's not a conspiracy.
So that sign differs from what the press release said. This is a public courthouse, officer. This place was just graffitied. It is
Yes.
all over social media,
Yes.
and I
we
came
caught
down.
the person.
Good for
Yes.
you. And how much did it cost to clean up?
That would be something you could bring up with the court. I don't.
As if he paid the bill. I mean, oh, carry on, Susan. It's always fun.
Right, I'm going to do
Because
a
I'm not
public
a-
records request, but I came down to film it.
Okay.
And this is newsworthy. And you holding the courthouse doors closed.
I didn't hold him close.
You did. You just.
I just watched your whole video. He didn't hold the courthouse doors closed once. He asked you to stop hitting the button. That's the long and short of it. Review your own video if you don't believe me.
Did. I filmed it. What is your name? What is your name?
I didn't hold him close. They don't.
What
stay
is your
closed.
name and your badge number?
Right here, M. Heiser, 1742.
You do know that the Santa Clara sheriffs are currently under investigation by the Attorney General for civil rights violations, right?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Maybe you ought to think about that.
What does that have to do with you being obnoxious and keep hitting the button and opening a door for a facility that's basically closed? I don't get it.
During the pandemic, when the courthouses were largely closed, family law judges, including Andrea Flint, were sending a record number of cases to private judges, meaning people who could afford to pay for their cases could get them heard when the courthouses were closed for everyone else.
Well, she's on about her usual stuff, and I cut it off because it's just a bunch of reckless allegations against people that are probably not based in anything. And you know, I find I have to do that with her. When I do her videos, they are fun, but I like to cut them out because she just does stuff. I mean, I'll put a link to her video in the description below if you want to see it. You can see all of her conspiracy theories. They're all right there for the world to view. I just don't feel like adding to it. Here at Law Talk, we like to have fun with silly stuff that happens in court, and every once in a while, and completely by accident, I assure you, you might learn something. Thanks for watching.